Syria is fending off accusations that it shot down a Turkish jet in international airspace. Turkey is planning to bring the issue to NATO, which analysts say is a quite rare event. Nina Donaghy has more.
Necessary steps. That's what Turkey says it's taking in response to the downing of one of its planes. Its first step on ongoing search and rescue mission to find the two missing pilots, shot down in what Turkey says was a training mission in international waters. Syria says the jet strayed into its airspace and failed to identify itself. Turkey's foreign minister described the mission on state TV.
This was purely a test and training flight. Thus, since it is routine, it was conducted within this sense, without taking any risk factors into consideration. Otherwise, a plane is never sent alone for a risky mission. Secondly, our plane was unarmed.
Syria's state news agency countered by saying the target turned out to be a Turkish military plane that entered Syrian airspace and was dealt with according to laws observed in such cases. A further escalation of the tensions between the two neighbours. Turkey finding itself increasingly on the front line in Syria's violent uprising and government crackdown. Reports of yet more heavy shelling in Homs this weekend and reports of attack helicopters being deployed. Turkey's next step, invoking a rarely used NATO clause, used only if a member state judges its own security to be threatened.
It is an extremely rare occurrence. In my memory, I have never seen a NATO member state actually invoke Article 4.
At the NATO summit in May, their Secretary-General ruled out any NATO intervention in Syria. But this incident could change that policy.
This is the first time that a NATO member nation has had its weapon systems affected by the conflict in Syria. And even though the Syrians say that they did this by accident, what this really does mean is that the Syrians are actively pursuing all kinds of aerial targets.
This is the first time that Syria has deployed its air defences in this crisis, and some experts say this is a sign that syria may be ready to take some preemptive measures or is preparing for possible international intervention. Nina Donaghy, CCTV, Washington.